Around you. Isn't it obvious we are still in the spirit of celebrating our rich Ghanaian culture right here on TV3? Isn't it obvious? Yes, it is. Welcome to the Ladies Circle. And on this show, we are not only aligned with the Ghana Month, but we're also here to put the spotlight on phenomenal women who are doing their own bit to contribute to the rich culture of Ghana. And of course, we're also doing our bit by rocking our made in Ghana tie and dye. Tonight, you can call us, what, the pop-up girls or...
The tie-dye girls.
The tie-dye girls. I am loving it. Sika, Helen, you ladies look beautiful.
So do you, darling. So
do we have any Ghanaian meal today? Fufu, banku, and pisi.
Every day I eat a Ghanaian meal.
Every day.
What did you eat today?
She was killing it.
Oh.
You don't want to know.
That's from breakfast.
Do you want to know?
No, just know that every meal was saturated in Ghanaian goodness.
I love it.
Even when we're eating spaghetti that the Italians created.
Put some
ashito.
Yes.
Contomere.
Yes.
Oh, every meal this month is laced in good Ghanaianness. I hope you guys are also still seeing Ghana, wearing Ghana, feeling Ghana.
Definitely.
Absolutely. If I could eat kelewele every single day, I would. Red kelewele.
The kelewele is
don't come
hard
for
or
me.
soft, so I know whether to disown you or not.
I like the soft one.
A honoho.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know me, Ganyo Biele, it's always the kenke with the fish and the pepper and sometimes the boiled crab with the onions, the tomatoes. Sometimes you put a little bit of, the 1,000 in there.
What happened to good old-fashioned komi kekena? Back in the day, you get your komi, you get your pepper, you get your kena. These days, they're adding pork, eggs, hen leg, dien to it, everything is inside.
Culture is dynamic. It changes from time to time, so you need to upgrade it a bit.
That's 2025 Kinky Delight. I love it.
Kinky Delights. But yes, so thank you so much for joining us right here on the show. We promise to make sure you have a fantastic time. Now, I'd like to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, as usual, to Betway and Yas Sanitary Pad. Thank you for always keeping us locked so we don't have to look back and feel uncomfortable.
Some more thank yous going out. A very big thank you going out to Nivea and also to Cowbell Coffee.
We also want to show appreciation to Cousins Baby as well as Woodine. Now, as you know, here on the Ladies Circle, we don't do it alone. We always make sure we have a phenomenal guest that joins us to share what they are doing and obviously to impart some knowledge on us as well as you at home watching. But as we continue Ghana Month here on the Ladies Circle, today we are diving into one of the most colorful aspects of our fashion. As Regina says, we're tie and dyeing.
That's right, Sika. Tie and dye. Look, it's not just the fabric. It is something that matches people's personality. From market women to business women, everybody loves tie and dye.
Well, Ghana Month continues right here on the Ladies Circle. And today we're diving into one of the most colorful part of our fashion. We are tie and dyeing.
Of course. Well, Sika, you're actually right. Tie and dye is just not fabric. It's art. It's a form of expression. And from market women, fashion designers, to even business women, this craft adds vibrancy to our everyday life.
And guess what? It's been around for decades, but how is it done? What makes Ghanaian tie and dye so unique? For ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special guest who's going to be showing us the magic behind this beautiful craft. Let's take a look at the profile and then we'll bring up our guest onto the stage.
Fafali Bona Lartey is a textile artist specializing in tie and dye production. She founded Wear Fancy Clothing 4 years ago to create unique, personalized fashion that fuses traditional African patterns with modern styles, allowing young Africans to express their individuality. In addition to designing new pieces, she focuses on upcycling clothes and fabrics, transforming them into stylish, sustainable outfits with tie and dye techniques. She founded Wear Fancy Clothing 4 years ago to create unique personalized fashion that fuses traditional African patterns with modern styles, allowing young Africans to express their individuality. In addition to designing new pieces, she focuses on upcycling clothes and fabrics, transforming them into stylish, sustainable outfits with tie and dye techniques.
Well, let's give a very, very resounding lady circle welcome to our guest this evening, Fafali Latte.
I'm way too hot. I'm too spirited. I'm cool tempered. They say my dance is serious.
Love
My
the
girls are
move.
hits you.
Shake it, shake it,
I love
shake it,
my
shake it.
soccer. All my ladies taste like sugar.
Please take us down a bit,
I'm
babe.
made
Take us
in
down.
Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. You can take me to London. I'm made in Ghana. You can take me to Lagos. But I'm made in Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. I'm made in Ghana.
No, right? I had to test the knees and see it.
I was about to say you were really
room.
getting
Yeah,
Fafali
yeah,
going
yeah,
down.
you know,
What if she hadn't gotten up?
Oh, then she wouldn't have passed the test.
0 out
Over
of 10.
10.
What is her score?
I'll
Give
give
her
it solid. Hey, can I say 6?
9 over 10.
Fafali,
nine.
it's good to see you. Happy Ghana month to you.
Same to you.
How have you been celebrating Ghana month?
It's something I'm doing all the time.
Okay.
So I'm very excited that we are in the Ghana month.
Okay, I thought you were also going to join the Komi Kekena gang and say that you've been eating a lot of Ghanaian meals, but it's good to see you. I know we'll be deep diving into what it is that you do. As you can see, we're already clad in some beautiful tie and dye. Fafali will break it down for us as the episode goes on. You're most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll be learning more about what Fafali does. As you can see, we're clad in some beautiful tie and dye, so stick with us all evening long, and you too will be learning something new. But Bedway has a message for you and I. Are you ready to get way more chances to win with Betway? Well, every single day you have the key to unlock 5 free spins on Mega Money Wheel, where you stand to win a massive 1 million Ghana Cedi jackpot. So what are you waiting for? Log into betway.com.gh today and take your spin, all thanks to Betway. Terms and conditions, of course, apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more.
Absolutely. Speaking of hitting the jackpot, Yaz has something amazing for all the ladies, especially when it comes to that time of the month. Ladies, it's 2025. No more checking behind to see if you're okay. No more feeling insecure or not feeling confident during that time. Yaz has got you. In fact, if you haven't used Yaz, you are missing out because they always have you covered. They'll make you feel stress-free as well as confident. Well, now you can go for the Yaz Extra Long, the Yaz Minty, Yaz Heavy Flow, as well as the Yaz Herbal. Or you can try the all-new Yaz Minty Extra Long Sanitary Pad. It comes in mint with extra long wings and free panty liners. We love free things here on the Lady Circle with disposable bags. With this, you're always good to go. So choose Yaz and choose right. And when it comes to making the right choice, if you want to look snazzy, you want to look smart and fashionable, then Woodine is the way to go. You can visit all Woodine stores nationwide today and get some amazing collections of authentic African fabrics and ready to wear that come in beautiful designs as well as colors, not just for the women. Men, Woodine have you covered as well. With Woodine, you can get creative and versatile with your designs, be confident, and show off how truly African you are. Go to a Woodine store near you today and choose from a variety of trendy products to complement your unique style. Follow Woodine also on all socials, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. Well, the Gen Zs call it X, right? Woodine Le Créateur. Ladies, as we can see just behind me is a beautiful African bar. It's serving a beautiful variety of authentic African drinks, African snacks. Fafali, have you had something from our African bar?
Yes, I
You
did.
have. What did you have?
I had sobolo.
You had sobolo.
Yes,
Hey,
it
you
was
enjoy
very
yourself. Very nice, eh? Regina, too, I saw that you were enjoying yourself there.
Lamuji. I'm going for my second round.
I
so,
see.
Yeah,
Easy,
yeah.
easy. We have a long show to go. Helen, what did you pick from that bar?
Adunle, Inkati cake, Zoe, Sobolo.
Only one person. You
Asana.
won't leave
Helen,
some for
Lamu-
any of us.
She's not having any more again, no?
No,
Wait, so
because-
you wanted to drink some more?
Well, unless Madam Akusika
Oh,
tells
David,
me
David,
away,
David.
I'll be indulging in Lamuji.
No, no.
Well,
Sobolo,
Madam Akusika, if you can
Asana,
hear us, please
Zoe.
don't give Helen any more. But yes, it is Akusika's local drink. She set up that beautiful bar right there if you want her for any event. Anyway, we're going to go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, so much more on tying and dyeing here on the Lady Circle. We'll see you on the other side.
And we are back. Thank you so much for attending to us right here on the Lady Circle. It is Ghana month. We're seeing Ghana, feeling Ghana, eating Ghana, wearing Ghana. It is all things Ghana.
Oh my
You
God,
like
I wanted
that?
to drop a beat.
Eating Ghana, wearing Ghana, seeing Ghana, eating Ghana. And so we're having a lot of fun, as you can see right here on the Lady Circle. Fafali is our guest this evening. She's a tie and dye extraordinaire. Fafali, is that what I would call you? Or a tie and dye expert?
A textile artist.
A textile artist. I see.
I
And
create art on
you
textiles.
create art on textiles, and that is what you do, creating beautiful pieces
Yes.
like we've got on right now, using all the different tools that it is that you use. I remember when tie and dye meant that you were a foreign exchange student and you had just arrived in Africa and you wanted to just find one smock to wear.
Yeah.
But these days, we're seeing tie and dye in the weddings. Have you seen the wedding girlies using tie and dye? Tie and dye has been elevated. Fafali, what is accounting for this? Because I know business must be booming now.
Yes.
Hey, with
So-
a smile too. Yes, business is booming.
By God's grace. So what I would say is the modernness we are incorporating into the tie and dye. So people feel tie and dye is outmoded, but the reason why it's coming back is because of how we are blending it with modern designs. So it resonates with the youth. Now the youth can, like what you guys are wearing, you can wear it for different occasions. So that's what is catching people's attention and is bringing tie and dye back.
I see. Were you involved in it from the beginning when it was relegated to foreign exchange students? Or is it with the new wave of creativity that you've decided to, start tying and dyeing?
So I'm right from SHS. I did visual arts.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so I've always been
visual
in.
art too, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did a bit of tie and dye as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, girl, listen. Don't test me. Do you want to test
you
me
today.
Okay.
So way back from SHS, I started doing tie and dye. So I had a hand in tie and dye making, but I didn't know I was going to use it for business right now. So when I saw that the trend was coming, I decided to see what I can do with tie and dye. So I started with what you guys are wearing today. People feel it's an official wear, something that is supposed to be worn to the office. So I decided to start with what you guys are wearing. I decided to give it a touch of traditional feel so that it looks official at the same time. You have a feel of tradition in it. Yeah, so that's how I started the tie and dye production. Yeah.
Right. Do you remember the first tie and dye creation you made from junior high school? Do you
Yes,
remember?
yes.
What design was it?
It was,
you remember the colors?
It was a bit of different colors.
Okay.
I was a bit curious by then, so I wanted to try a lot of things. So there were a lot of colors. Instead of sticking to maybe 2 or 1 color, I decided to try maybe 3, 4. So I still have it there. It's very colorful. Yes, it looks very colorful. Yeah.
Fafali, first of all, thank you for calling us youth, because we are young, you know, even though the passport says something different. Excuse you, Helen. If you're not young, I'm young.
I'm young and young at heart.
Young at heart. So thank you for that. And thank you
You're
for these
welcome.
beautiful shirts. I
Yeah.
think
You're
we all
welcome.
look very, very beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
You know, funny enough, it goes with our personalities as well, you know.
I don't even want to ask for any elaboration.
But mine is black.
Yeah,
So
no, black with you know,
The
some
yellow,
splashes
right?
of yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, you're bright in the dark. Like, you're the light that shines through the dark. Honestly, yes. No.
Cecily.
She paid me to say that. But anyway, you spoke about bringing in modern techniques. You know, you've also spoken about trends and being able to follow trends to be able to keep the tie and dye relevant, especially to the youth, the Gen Zs, etc., etc. Here we have shirts. Are there other silhouettes that you work with to be able to, you know, keep the tie and dye trendy? Because, you know.
So apart from the shirts, I also make fabrics for. I know fashion designers want to create unique pieces. So
You work with the fashion designers to be
Yes.
able to create different
Yes.
outfits with the tie and dye.
yes,
That's
so
beautiful.
I create customized designs for fashion designers. So I started working with brides also. So you can see nowadays brides want to use the same fabric for their bridesmaids. And I started working with the silk tie and dye. The cotton is already on the market, but I introduced the silk, which caught a lot of people's attention. So it looks a bit stylish, but you still see the traditional feel in there. Yes, I also work with different fabrics such as chiffon. So I'm always trying to try new things with trending materials on the market
Yeah.
that people are using for their fashion design, fashion product.
So, Fafali, what are some of the challenges you faced in the process of your career?
So one main challenge is reproducing exactly what you did from the beginning. Yes, so tie and dye is solely handmade. So sometimes maybe your mistake can be something that someone likes, and it was out of a mistake. So trying to produce the same mistake becomes a challenge. Yeah, so from the beginning, and also even though I learned tie and dye from school, doing business out of it was a different ball game altogether. Yes, so that was the challenge I also faced. People will not get the exact result they want. So after some time, I decided to document some of the processes I go through. So if I use 1 spoon of dye for this, I document that down so that the next time I'm trying to reproduce it, I can get not exactly
But similar.
similar results. Yes.
That's why you are a textile
Artist.
artist. So, for
Artist,
example,
yeah.
like you said, the bridesmaids will come and they all want a uniform kind of style. But as you say, maybe it's a mistake that has produced that wonderful style that maybe one bridesmaid has. And now everybody wants it, and you can't exactly replicate it. You mentioned, taking it from a hobby or a passion into business.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk business. How easy or difficult was it to actually set yourself up? So you've been doing it for a long time. It's something that you enjoy. But how do you say, okay, now I actually want to make money off of this hobby or this passion of mine?
Okay, so I started by just upcycling my old clothes. Maybe there's a shirt I really like, but the color looks faded. I tie and dye it, and I wear it. And I see that my friends who ask me, where did you get this? I'm like, I made it myself.
So then this was Miami Dear Couture, as we like to say on the show. And then they say, oh, actually, I would pay for this.
Yes. So I was like, I can actually do business out of it. So that's how I started doing business out of it. And so my friends were my first clients. So I make it, and when they see it, they'll be like, do the same thing for me. And I go there, I do it for them. They wear it. They tell me that their friends also want the same thing. So that's how it started. And I decided to make it official, to take it out there. Yeah.
How have you been able to move the brand to a more global scale, a more nationwide scale? How have you been able to do that? We know you're on socials. Maybe talk a little bit about how that experience has been in being able to open doors for you.
Okay, so my business is solely online. I don't have a physical shop. So what I do is I mostly go for fairs organized by, like there was one fair organized by TV3, SME fair. I think that's what took me to a different level. Yes, it was a 5-day program, and we had live interview. So you're supposed to talk about your product, advertise to people on TV. So I did that, and the next day a lot of people came to my stand. So it made people know that this person is real. So it was easy for people to even order for the products online. So it took off from there. I decided to attend more of these fairs organized by other TV stations, and that gave me more opportunities. Yeah.
Okay, so if you had any advice to any young person that's watching the show right now that probably has skills like yours, or is also thinking of developing any skill from senior high school to be able to make a livelihood of it, what advice would you give to that person based on your personal experience and how you've been able to establish yourself and your business? What would you tell them?
So one advice I'll give them is to learn, always be open to learn. Yes, so knowing something and doing business out of it is different altogether. Tie and dye comes with its own challenges. So you need to have the hands-on experience so that it's easier for you to avoid some of the mistakes. Like if I'm teaching you, I've passed through some of the mistakes that can prevent you from going through. Yes, so they should get the right knowledge, and they shouldn't be scared of starting. Just start. Yes, you learn along the way, but just be consistent and have in mind what you want to achieve, and that should be your motivation to keep going. Yeah.
Like you said, every mistake is a new style,
Yes.
right? Before we go on a quick break, though, just a quick question for Fali. A lot of people seem to think that taking care of tie and dye is very difficult. Like, it fades very quickly. That's the perception. Is it true? Do you think that's the case? And if so, what's the best way to take care of tie and dye to make sure that it's always looking vibrant?
Okay, so I try very hard for my tie and dye not to fade because of the products I use. I try to use the right proportion of products. So the chemical, after some time, the chemical goes bad. So if you are using it, you have to know the timeline for the chemical so that you don't use it at a time that is already spoiled. So with that, it prevents the dye from fading out of the shirt. And also the material you are using the dye on. So it should be 100, like if you are using cotton, it should be 100% cotton so that it can absorb all the dye into it. And also a way of taking, tie and dye is more like an African way. So how we take care of our African ways, you don't soak your tie and dye in bleach. Like, what do you expect? Definitely it will run out. And you don't dry it under the direct sun for a very long time. Definitely. So you also use a mild washing powder to wash it. Yeah. So that is the easy.
Are the products harmful?
Yes, it is.
Chemicals. How do you
chemical.
protect yourself?
Hey, Fafali, the chemicals are...
It's dangerous. Basikenti. we
So-
gotta make the money. The job is the job.
Yes. So
But you protect yourself, right?
Yes, I do. So I use gloves and nose masks. So because of how strong, it has a strong scent, and that's what gives the product the good quality. If the strong scent is gone, the product is spoiled. Yes, so we advise you work in an airy environment. And also, when you use a lot of water, it nullifies the chemical. So like what you are wearing right now, I've washed all the excess dye out, so you can wear it on your skin and it doesn't have any irritation on your skin. Yes.
Otherwise, we know where to find you. Absolutely. We're still
Yes.
celebrating all things Ghana here on the Ladies Circle. Let's take a quick break, pay some bills, get a snack. We'll be right back.
You have to get a bit of the side view, you know, kakra, side
Hey,
kakra, no? Front kakra.
what did Akushika
Mama,
put
we're
inside
tired.
the Lamborghini? We came back off the break and all of this. You are well lubricated indeed.
Yeah,
Well-oiled machine.
That
Come
is
on,
the
come on.
magic of Akushika. Now, back in the day in school, I'm sure the visual artists can actually relate to this. There's nothing as interesting as experiencing the practical aspects of the things we learn in the classroom. And tonight, I'm very happy that Fafali has taken time to present us with some materials to take us through the process of the beautiful outfits you can see us wearing here. So please, if you don't have any of these items at home, can we grab them in our kitchens ASAP, or you have to go and buy them?
Not all, especially
Not
the
all. So
chemicals.
I'm sure you don't have it. You don't have it. Helen, you don't have some in your cupboard. Sika, you don't have it. You
At
also
all.
don't have it. But grab your pen and your books, because you can write them down, and in your spare time, you can try your hands on it. You never know. You can start making some money out of this, because I could start doing that. So, Fafali, just take us to the process. What do we have on the table?
Okay, so these are the dyes. They are in different colors. You can see blue.
Okay.
This is yellow. This is red. This is purple. And this is pink.
Okay.
And here we have the two main chemicals you can use to mix the dyes together.
Okay.
And we have the bowls you are going to dye everything in.
Oh.
So this, we don't want to stain the table.
Oh.
So we'll put this here and put the fabric on it as we dye.
So we are not coming to roast tilapia.
No.
Sika thought we were coming to roast tilapia. So she brought a bowl.
And these are the fabrics you are going to work with.
Oh, okay.
We have silk, we have chiffon, and we have cotton.
I want the
Yes.
chiffon.
Okay.
The yellow, yeah.
Okay. And we have gloves.
Gloves, okay.
Yes, to protect ourselves. We have
Right.
nose masks.
Okay.
And we have some cups for mixing the dyes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the name of the chemical itself? Because there are different kinds of chemicals.
Yes.
There's some for POP, there's some for tiling.
So we are coming to use VAT dye.
Okay.
We have different type of dyes, but this one is called VAT dye, V80.
Fat.
V80.
V80,
VAT.
Yes. And VAT dye goes with two chemicals, which is the hydrosulfite and soda ash.
Oh, right.
Yes, those are the two chemicals. So you mix them before you add
This
your dye.
job is forcing you to become a scientist. though.
Helen, you looked a bit confused there.
Very technical terms indeed. Are you a textile
Artist.
artist?
Yes. So when you just mix the dye with the water and you dye your fabric, it will wash out. So
Okay.
these chemicals maintain the dye in the material.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay.
So we
I
can.
know some people use wax too.
Yes.
What
So
is the wax for?
that is batik.
Oh, batik.
So people mix tie and dye with batik.
materials.
All right, so we've got a selection of different materials. And Fafali, you've been educating us now.
Okay.
As far as tie and dye is concerned, we're expanding the kinds of fabric,
Yes.
right, that we can use. So you've worked on cotton, on chiffon, and also on silk. So we have a variety there. All right, let's get stuck straight into it. What is our very first move?
So the first thing to do, let me fetch. This way we are going to mix the chemicals. Okay. So we will fetch just one, mix it with these two
so we
chemicals.
don't need these
Then
two.
we
Okay.
pour it. Yeah. So we can wet our fabrics.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're using the same bowl, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this pink one is also silk.
Silk, yes.
Perfect. All right.
So you just need to take the excess water out.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And do the
All right. So as you've dipped it in the water, then you just wring it out.
yes.
Make sure that.
And
Do you
now
have to get a lot of the water out, or does
yeah,
it
we
not
just
really
need
matter?
the fabric wet so that it's easy to manipulate.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Okay. Not dripping though, but just wet enough to manipulate.
Manipulate, yes.
Sure.
Okay. So we are going to do the crumpling method. It's called crumpling method. So as the name goes, you are just going to crumple the fabric.
Okay.
Yes. So it should be a bit closer.
Fafali, is there enough space for 2 sets of fabric?
Yes, we can
Okay.
try and fix.
So this is the crumpling method. This is what is going to give all the different shapes, right? Once you open it up,
Yes.
all the lines and patterns that you see, for example, like in our shirts.
I actually wanted to do a design like feminist way.
Oh, that one, unless you are doing it on the shirt.
On the shirt.
Okay, then we can use this.
Oh no, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay. So I'll mix the chemical.
All right, and what's the name of this chemical again?
So this chemical is in a salt-like form. It's called the caustic soda.
Okay.
And this one is in a powdered form. It's called the hydrosulfide.
All right.
Yes. So the salt-like one goes inside first, because immediately it touches water, it solidifies. So you need to put it in and stir it immediately so that it doesn't solidify. So the hydrosulfide is supposed to be more than the caustic soda. So if you are putting 1 spoon of that, you put 2 spoons of this. So because you have different colors, you are supposed to share the mixture into different containers so that we can mix the different colors. So we have pink, we have purple, red, yellow, green. So what color would you like to see?
So we can mix all the different types and then,
Yes.
okay, then I think we'll have an assortment of all the colors
Okay.
mixed up in the different cups. And how much do you take?
So for a yard of fabric, at least 1 spoon is fine.
Okay.
It also depends on how you want your color to be. If you want it light, less of the dye. If you want it deep, more of the dye.
Certainly. I think, ladies, we can also start mixing up some colors. So for a yard, you just need 1 spoonful.
1 spoonful.
Okay. But we don't have, do we have a yard here?
No, it's less than a
Less
yard.
than
So
a
we'll
yard.
use half.
Okay.
Yes, you can pour it.
Wow, very pungent, huh?
Yes. So what color is that? This is purple.
Okay, the smell is very, very strong.
That's yellow, right?
Yes. This is blue. Yes. No, this is blue. This is red.
Purple.
Can you mix purple? Purple. Yes. So you can just
So what do we do now?
pour the color
Okay.
on the material.
All right.
Yes, so you can pour the color on the material. So if you are using about 3 colors, maybe you should red and green.
Is that okay?
Yes. So if you are using 3 colors, you will make sure, depending on how you want it, it should be evenly. It can be evenly
okay,
distributed.
all right.
So maybe pink here, pink here, pink
Hey,
here.
madam.
Or if you want pink all over this side, another color over this side, another color over this side. So it depends on how you want to dye. And also for you not to have a lot of empty spaces, you should make sure the dye covers most of the parts. Yes.
More?
Yes, more.
Okay.
Especially the middle side.
So Fafali, I saw that Regina picked up some rubber bands and she started tying, doing some skirmishes. We don't know what she's doing, but clearly she wants to show us that she knows what she's doing. But maybe you can explain to our audience and to us a little bit about what you can do with the rubber ties.
So, like the shirts, you need to dye the front and the back. But fabrics, we have the right side and the wrong side. That's why we are only dyeing the front. But with shirts, you need to tie it so that you can be able to turn the back and dye the back also. Yes, and looking at her technique, she needs to tie it to get the pattern she wants. I'm sure she
What's the name of this technique?
This is tie kakra, die kakra. That's the technique.
Start nothing. When you do too much, that's what happens. You see them style of going.
Yeah.
No.
In tying dye, there's no
Regina,
mistake.
you were
Every
going for a
mistake is a new style.
So, Papa, you know help.
So you are creating something new. I want you to explore your creativity.
Papa, you spot. I know.
All right, Fafali, what happens next? So,
So-
if you have a mishap, like we see Regina try to do some kind of new, unique style, but
Spot my style.
I'm fat. But for those who were following the rules like keen students, now that we've done this crumpling method, we've spread our dye evenly over the fabric. Oh, Regina, commiserations. It didn't tie, it has dyed. Fafali, what happens after this?
So after a few minutes, you just wash the excess dye off.
Okay.
Yes.
So are we able to do that now? A few
Yes.
moments later?
Yes.
All right. Can we put my masterpiece in there?
Yes.
Surely.
So,
Do anything.
Well, watch and see. I want to maintain my design. Hey, Fafali, isn't it going to wash all my hard work?
it won't. The patterns are still in there.
Okay, I'm seeing it forming. Already.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I know exactly what I'm going to sew with this. I have plans.
Oh, imagine a nice boo-boo.
Yes.
Or even like, a two-piece.
Sika, are you following?
A nice two-piece, some shorts and a nice... Listen!
Your eye open. And Regina, Fafali, so what we've seen was Regina is also doing, she was going for this middle effect. She tied the middle. What do we do with it now? Is it condemned or? It looks like there's a new style or a new
Yes, it's
pattern
a
for
new
me.
style.
Let's see to Regina. I'll take this over. Well, I certainly like how this came out. But Fafali, is all hope lost for Regina's creation? We saw her very energetically tying the center, looking for one particular effect or pattern, as it were.
Regina mentioned she did visual arts,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I just wanted to confirm.
She reminded us more than once that she did visual, and that's why she came with all that vim. She was tying the middle. She said it's one pattern.
It's called Tuno.
The two-note pattern.
Fafali, listen, whilst Regina tries to salvage whatever it is she's doing here, can we see what my particular piece turned out to be like?
Okay, so
Come on, this is looking like a banger. Helen, can you see it?
I'm
Can you
seeing
see it?
Wow. Now this is the design of the evening for sure.
We've never seen
I beg your pardon.
Fafali, this is beautiful.
thank you.
Oh my goodness. I'm thinking of all the different styles and, silhouettes I can do with this.
And this is silk.
This is,
Tie-dye on silk.
yeah. Thank you.
Woo!
Are
Oh
we
my
ready?
God, it's given. Hey. Oh!
Whoa.
Haters, what she wants it. No, but you get it. It's like some eclipse going on in the middle there
She was trying to
somewhere, like a
create something like what she's
fireball.
wearing.
I see. So
Yeah.
when you gather it in the middle like that and you wrap it round, when you unravel it,
Yes.
you get something like that.
Reggie, I
Oh.
knew you had it in you. I knew you had it in you. Honestly, this is
Guy, you so
beautiful.
Helen, don't be a hater.
Let's look at all the different designs we've been able to create using tie and dye methods as shown to us by Fafali. Very beautiful, very creative, and it didn't take us a long time at all. You two can do something just as creative and fun as well. A nice activity for yourself, your kids, your girlfriends, your cousins, whoever it is, get together and do something like this.
Yes.
Fafali, do you do maybe workshops or
Yes.
that sort of thing, group activities?
Yes. So even in April, I'm organizing a workshop.
Okay.
Yes, to train people. I even train kids on how to do tie and dye on their own. So we have different type of dyes. There are some that don't have this pageant smell, but they take overnight for production. But if you want instant, you have to use the VAT dye.
Okay.
Honestly, amazing.
Beautiful.
Amazing, amazing.
Nice, very beautiful. So I guess we need to leave them to dry.
Yes.
So go for a quick break so our tie and dye can actually dry. When we come back, there's still more right here on the show. So sit tight and stock up on some snacks because there's still much more excitement coming through for you. And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Regina. Okay, fine. Let's be honest. Sika, yours is nice. It's nice. It's given.
Helen didn't really do anything, so she
No,
was.
no, this was my creation. I chose the colors, and I have big plans for this family. You don't know what is going on.
Listen, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we wrap it all up.
And we are back. This is still the Lady Circle right here on TV3. We're celebrating all things Ghana, of course. It is the month of March, aka Ghana Month. Let me say a very big thank you to all of our sponsors: Bedway, Yaz, Nivea, Cowbell Coffee, Woodine, Cousins Baby. Thank you so much for all of your support.
Fafali, thank you so much for also coming on the Lady
you.
Circle.
I
That
had
was
a
that
lot
was
of
such
fun.
a nice little exercise. Something that I will be trying back when I get home. Please, when I do the designs, shall I send them to you for marking and
Yes.
approval? Okay. I definitely will do that. But tell us, you were talking to us about, doing some of these exercises with kids, etc., etc. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, so I said earlier that I started tying dye by just dyeing my old clothes. So I know there are people out there who don't want to use this as a business. Maybe they have clothes at home that they just want to experiment with. They want to create something new out of it. So we are teaching kids how to do this so that on their own, if they want to create something, they can create it. Yeah.
as well.
All right, thank you so much, Fafali, for taking time off your busy schedule to join us here. We've learned so much, and hopefully we get invited to some of your workshops so we can upgrade our skills because Helen has a lot to learn. Yeah, she didn't do much, guys. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for that moment where you can actually come and show us your A game. That time you'll not be hosting, you will be presenting. So it'll be part of the actual process. But yes, thank you also for watching the show. And like I always say, make sure you support our young Ghanaians that are doing so much trying to make ends meet, trying to create a livelihood for themselves. Try in your own small way to be brand ambassadors to some of these products that they are pushing out there. So in the end, the Lord will bless you. Thank you so much for watching the Lady Circle, and do have a wonderful weekend. From myself and the ladies, we say bye-bye.